Hi there, my name is Paul, and today we are going to be exploring some force flips or some power flips using the flop ball. Specifically, we'll be looking at the chop flip, the tap flip, the slap flip, and the reversal. So a power flip or a force flip is a flip where the rotation on the flop ball is imparted from an external force once the flop ball is already flying in the air. What? So remember with the back flip, we flip our hands back toward ourselves by lifting our fingertips up. With the force flip, what we do is we throw a flat and then we impart that rotation with a tap or a hit or something like that. So generally, the force flips are going to be initiated with a flat and then we impart some rotation. So I'm going to share with you a couple of my favorite force flip tricks. The first one is a chop flip. A chop flip looks like this. Whoop, I'll get it. It's crowd pleaser. The crowd pleaser if the crowd is me. All right? So what's happening here? What I'm doing is I'm throwing a flat and then I'm karate chopping on the inside of the flop ball and scooping out to my outside. So it goes up, I karate chop down on the inside of the flop ball, and I scoop to the outside. You don't want to karate chop on the outside and scoop to the outside because you're just going to knock it onto the ground. So on the inside, scoop. Now you can do this back and forth between hands, or you can do it with one hand. Now a variation of the chop flip is the tap flip. And a tap flip is very similar. Instead of karate chopping on the inside and scooping out, you're going to tap down on the side closest to you and push forward. So it's the same idea. You're imparting the rotation and then catching it on the back of the hand that's making the impact. So the tap flip in profile. And again, you can do this between your two hands or on one hand back and forth. You can also cycle through, out flip, tap flip, out flip, tap flip. So how about another trick for you using some outward force or some external force? How about this? We'll do a flat throw, and then we'll slap it up from the bottom and give the rotation once the flop ball's floating in the air. So nice and even, and then You can also change the direction of the rotation while it's in the air. What you do is you take the flop ball and you give it a rotation, and then as it's in the air, you tap it to reverse it. So I'll start with a back flip, and then tap it, and get a flipping forward. And you can practice this to the point where you're getting a nice even half throw, or a half flip, or a full flip, or whatever you're going for on that impact. So I challenge you to pick up your flop ball and give it some flat throws and give it some force flips. Try using your left hand, your right hand, use both hands. See if you can change the direction. And remember, if you dropped it, if it hits the ground, you won. Pick it up and give it another go. To get your own flop balls, visit flopball.com. And to bring flop balls as a mindfulness tool to your group or organization, check out flowcircus.com.